I said a while back that I would show you how I fill up a scrapbook or how I fill up my sketch pads. These are made a while ago. I love them and they deserve to go in here. And this scrapbook's going to be all about really floral things. I think they fit in really well. If you want to know how I made those, check out the video. I'll link it at the end of this one. And all I'm going to do is use some Pritt stick on these. And if you haven't got Pritt stick, then use some double-sided tape or something similar to that, and that'll work really well. And then once I've got them in there, I make a little bit of a note here. Powder, watercolor, because these are watercolors, and the other ones were pixie dust. And then I can date them as well when I put them in or when I made them. I'm going to put today's date in there. And then they're all in there nicely. And I can look at them and enjoy them. One of the other ways I'll do as well when I'm thinking about flowers is I will take my pen, and I use both sides of my scrapbook always. I will take my pencil like this. Now, someone said to me the other day, oh, I wish I could draw like you. Well, I can't draw. I'm a terrible drawer. I'm no artist. There is no doubt about it. So if you just follow these little tips, then you too could make these flowers, honestly. So there we go. So I've got a kind of like a fluffy poppy there going on. Bit of a stalk, leaf there. And then I can draw something very similar, put my leaves in like that, and do another circle going all the way around that one. And then I can pop the second row in there, and then I can pop in here with more background ones going all the way around. And I'm going to put a few shorter ones there, like that. Now, if you want to do a flower that is on different angle than that, all you need to do is do like a squashed circle there. Put your centre in the middle there, and then do your petals coming around there like that. But don't be afraid to move your book about either. There we go. So then we can have a stem come from here. And I can put some other flowers in here. And never be afraid to use your eraser if you feel you've messed up. So now I've got those in, what I'm going to do is just go over it and lighten up my lines a little bit. Because I am too heavy-handed. If you're not heavy-handed, then it doesn't matter. The other thing is, if something doesn't look how you want it to look, don't worry about it. This is your scrapbook, your pad. No one's allowed to judge you on your drawing or flowers or practice or anything that you're doing. The only person that can critique it is you. That's why I love my scrapbooks. I practice things in them, and then I go back and look at them again, and I think, oh, that didn't look good, or that didn't come out well. But I don't get stressed about it, because we can only get better at something the more practice we have, and we won't practice if we don't enjoy it. So taking that judgment away really helps you enjoy it a little bit more. And now what I can do is I can go in there with my coloured Illustrator pens. I'm going to use the brush tip part of them. If I want that middle bit black there, I can just go around and put some black rings in there, or I can make it quite solid black, but I don't want to make it quite solid. Yeah, that'll do me. And I'm not trying to keep within my lines here at all. Here we go, so there's a bit of there. I might use a bit of a lighter one as well to go in there. And then I can go over there, blend them a little bit in as well. Now, like I said, I'm not worried too much about going over the lines at all. And then I take my blender, just blend those in a little. And there we've got a little flower. Now we can leave it like that, or we can go over it now with some lines. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is just put some little lines in it with this black pen, like this, going all the way around in kind of the direction that I think the petal would be growing. Just adding a few of these little details really does make the flower come out, I think. And then we can soften that off again using our blender. And then we've got an easy, simple flower. That's just a few sketching. And I'll do the same with these ones. And I will just continue playing around with these sketches like this as I go. And I might not stick to normal colours. I might stick to I might use purples and things like that. But I got a bit carried away here and I forgot to record it on how to do these ones. And they're really, really simple to do. So all I do, for instance, is take the colour I'm going to be using, draw a little circle, draw some simple petal shapes like that, give them a bit of a fill in. And this looks really nice, done large with a lot of them in an angle in a picture. I'll show you what that would look like in a second. Then I just take my other colours as well. I pull them through, some darker, some lighter. Put a bit of black in the middle. Then taking a bit of alcohol. I usually use 99% alcohol and a brush. All I do is go on them. I've got a bit of card underneath so it doesn't bleed through to the page underneath, but it will bleed through that page. That doesn't matter because I can use that when I do something like that. I can put them in there. That just softens it all off. Then I just take a black marker and go round it in a rough outline, very rough, and then put a swizzle in the middle and a few bits coming out there like that. And then that's it. It's so easy to do, but it looks great in a picture if you do a larger one. And this method, I love this method. It's so easy to do. What I've got is a couple of water brushes here and some water in case I need it. And my watercolors. I put a bit of card underneath because I don't want it to bleed through. And all I do here is choose some colours that I really want to mix up here. Go along with some water and paint them on. I try and stick to colours that are going to work well together, and I know which ones work well together with watercolours with this palette because they've very kindly put them all in the right place for me, which makes a big difference. So I can see that all those colours will work quite well with this. I just put them on randomly and kind of scrub them in, and if there's any lumps and bumps, if there's any bits that are really quite heavy and there's too much of one colour in one area, all I do is get a bit of water to blend that in a little bit. And you can layer on top as well. So for instance there I've got that kind of dark red, I believe it is, so I can just layer on top of that. I love playing around with this technique because you get a different feel to it every time. And again, this makes a lovely picture, and I'll show you what that looks like once it's done. And then we just let that dry, and we need it to be completely dry before we do the next stage to it. So now that's all lovely and dry, I'm going to move my water out the way because if not, it won't be lovely and dry for more than about 5 minutes. And what I'm going to do is take a black pen. This is quite a thick black pen. So this will give a thick line rather than a thin line. And I want quite a thick line. So now what I'm going to do is just draw in here a flower like that. And then on here, I'll draw another one here. And then what I'll keep doing is random flowers throughout, and some of them will be slightly different types of flowers, some of them will overlap others, and I'll just keep filling this whole page with flowers. I've done as much to that as I want to do, and I love it. I love the different tones in it and how it comes out. And again, I'll show you what that would look like as an example in a large picture. And because we put the card in, we've got nothing going on underneath. I'm going to do one more to show you how I practice and play around doing flowers and different things. It's very similar to this method but gives you a slightly different effect. So what I do first is I put some water down on my paper, not too much, I don't want it soaking wet. And then on here I'm just going to draw in the petals like that and get a slightly darker colour and bring that in as well. And then I'll get some more water and then I'll let that move around, and then I'll put another one somewhere else, probably a different colour this time, and then get a darker colour again, pop that in, leave that like that. I think we'll put another one in here. We need a bit darker in this one, it's not kind of showing up a bit and it's still wet, so we can still put a bit more in there. And they just look like blobs at the moment, don't they? And they just look like nothing. When we finish this, honestly, they come out looking lovely. So let that dry and I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Okay, so they're dry. I'm taking quite a big, thick marker here this time. And I'm just putting a swirly bit in the middle. And then I'm going around like this, bringing out those petals. And I'll put a few bits in here. And there we go. That's them done. Now, with the other one, I put lots of squiggly lines around it. Where this one, I only do kind of one squiggly line. But I will go in there with a brush and some green. So what I'm going to do is do some green around them, like this. I don't mind if it goes into the petals or anything, because this is just a really rough graphic. Again, this one would look nice, larger, or as a picture, I think. So now I've got that, I'm going to go in with quite a bit of water, slightly darker colour, put some blobs of that about, and then get some water, thin that out a little bit, and put that in places. And I'll show you what this looks like as a mock-up as well. And the mock-up, it really does show what it's going to look like. And that's what I love about doing a mock-up and just doing things simple like this. They're bright, they're cheery. You could do big sheets of it as well. So these are the stickers and the water slides that I did on a different video. And I've used them in resin and I love them. I think they've come out brilliant. And they really showcase that this is what this sketch pad's going to be about. And I put some in the middle there. I think they really shine through as well. Simple sketches there, done with permanent markers or these paintbrush markers. Love them. The more you do, the better you'll get. and you can just start playing around with it as well. This simple idea, just the same markers popped on, little bit going around, and lots of black squiggles in it. Again, watercolors all the way through and just doing some pictures of flowers going through. And I love this one. Quite graphic, very bright, very cheery, and would look great on a wall. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and obviously I will keep going on. This will be full within about 3 or 4 weeks, and I'll keep looking back on it and referring back on it, similar to I do my old ones as well, where I went through a stage of mandalas and drawing other flowers. Hope you've enjoyed this. Boot that like button. Make sure to check out the video that's coming up on the screen now, which shows you how to do this technique. Love to see you over there. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, the link for that is in the description below. But most of all, take care. Don't be afraid to have a go and just enjoy your crafting. Bye.